So let me start from the beginning. Felix and the Man. Our cast of characters is Felix the cat, the narrator, store clerk, the man in a suit, and the man in a wheelchair. The narrator says, well, points to Felix. This is Felix the stray cat. Felix is homeless and hungry. Felix looking sad. Meow, meow. Narrator. Let's watch what happens when Felix goes in the store. Felix goes into a store. Felix. Meow. Store clerk. Using his broom to push Felix out. Get out of here, you mangy cat. Narrator. Well, that didn't go too well. Let's see what happens when Felix approaches a man at the hot dog stand. Felix brushes up against a man's leg and purrs. Meow. Man in a suit, shaking his leg to get Felix off. Go away, cat. Narrator. Maybe Felix will have more luck next time. Let's see what happens with this man in a wheelchair. A man in a wheelchair wears a camo shirt and a hat that says Proud Veteran. One leg is much shorter than the other. The man's pant leg is folded under where his knee should be. He wears only one shoe. He wears a beard and has twinkling blue eyes and a smile on his face. Felix. Meow. Man in wheelchair, breaking off part of his sandwich. You look hungry, little cat. Would you like some of my ham sandwich? Felix, grateful. Meow, meow. Man in wheelchair. You look like you need a home. Come with me, little cat. Man rolls wheelchair down the street. Felix follows. Yes, Kaylee. Pretty good. Let's answer our questions. We have 4 of them. Number 1, what is Felix's main problem in the story? We have A, he wants to go into the store to find something to eat. B, he is homeless and hungry. C, he wants some food from the man at the hot dog stand. Or D, he wants to make friends with the man in the wheelchair. What's Felix's main problem in this? Jadine? Okay, and what's my proof? Okay, and how do I know he's hungry? Okay, so here he gets pushed out using the broom, right? And then like you said, he's got nowhere to go because it doesn't say he goes home or anything. And then later on, we know that Felix goes up to someone at a hot dog stand and he brushes up against their leg and purrs. What does it mean if a cat is purring? And they could be. They could be asking for something, or it could just mean that they're happy. But I like the proof that you found for us. I think there's one other part of our story that really shows us, really has a good piece of proof for us that Felix was hungry. Where do I see the good proof that he's hungry? Okay, so he says, you look hungry. And you're right, he gives him part of that sandwich. Hold on, let me get my line. And Felix is happy when he gets the sandwich. Yes, Kylie.
It actually, Felix is.
Look at that, all in one place. Felix is homeless and hungry. And like Jadine found for us, there's proof for that, right? He gets shooed out of the store and he can't go anywhere else. He doesn't have a house to go to. He's going up to the people at the hot dog stand and he's really happy when the man in a wheelchair gives him a piece of that sandwich. Question 2. Why did the author include a narrator in this play? A. To make Felix's conflict seem more suspenseful. B. To help the audience understand the actions of the cat better. C. To help the characters solve the main conflict. Or D. To help the audience understand the actions of the man in the wheelchair better. What do you think, Jaylene? A, B, C, or D?
I think it is C.
C. To help the characters solve the main conflict. Did the narrator... Oh, okay, not that one? Which one? B. To help the audience understand the actions of the cat better. Okay, how did he help the audience understand the cat's actions?
In the sentence, number 2 is there's narrator points to.
Okay.
This is like who is Felix.
Okay, he's telling us who Felix is. And after that, does the narrator explain Felix's actions?
Yeah.
Where does the narrator explain Felix's action?
As right next to it, it says Felix.
Okay, but I mean later on in the play, does the narrator tell us Felix is going into the store because he wants a place to stay? Or Felix is going up to the man because he wants some of the hot dog? Where?
Narrator. Watch Felix goes in the store.
Okay, does he tell us why Felix is going in the store?
Um.
No, he doesn't help us out with that. He he tells us what Felix is doing, but he's not explaining it to us. He's not telling us Felix is going into the store because he wants a place to live or because he wants a place to stay. But I do like what you pointed out. Let's watch what happens when Felix goes in the store. Answer choice B, I think Jaylene is there to trick us. Because the narrator tells us what Felix is going to do. You're right. He tells us, look, he's going to the store. Or look, he's going to the guy at the hot dog stand. Or he's going to go to the guy in the wheelchair. But look at what the narrator always says. Let's watch what happens. And then later on, he says, let's see what happens. And after that, he says, let's see. Hold on. Let's see what happens with this man in a wheelchair. So the narrator keeps saying, well, let's see what happens. Watch what happens. Let's look at this. Answer choice B isn't a bad answer choice, but I think there's a better one. I think answer choice A works a little bit better. And Jaylene, do you know what suspenseful means? No, okay, so suspenseful is kind of a tricky word. Suspenseful means that you're waiting for something. So let me give you an example, Jaylene. If mom walked up to you and she had a plate and on the plate was a big, big slice of chocolate cake, would you be excited?
Yes.
Okay, and then if mom said, Jaylene, do you want some chocolate cake? What would you do? Okay, and then what if she took that plate with that slice of chocolate cake and she started stretching her hands out, but not all at once, just little bit by little bit by little bit, and slowly, slowly bring it closer, 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 and closer, and closer to you. That's what suspenseful is. Suspenseful is when you're waiting for something to happen, but it doesn't happen just right away. Mom doesn't just hand you the plate. It happens slowly, little by little, or you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting. Like in that example, you'd see the chocolate cake get closer. Yeah, you're waiting for it. So it's just getting closer and closer and closer, but you can't grab it yet. Still a little bit too far. That's a very good example. So suspense means that you're waiting for something. You're waiting to see something happen. So like a sloth when he moves, very very slow, right? To grab that leaf. So if you were gonna watch a sloth eat a leaf or to eat something, you'd have to wait a while, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Yes. And our narrator doesn't tell us if Felix is gonna have a good time or a bad time. He just says, let's watch what happens in the store. Let's watch what happens with this man in a suit. Let's watch what happens with the man in a wheelchair. So the narrator is making us wait to see what happens to Felix through all these different examples. But that one, if you don't know the word suspenseful, I can understand why you would think answer choice B. Answer choice B is not a bad answer choice, but I think answer choice A is a little better. Question 3. The message of the story is blank. Remember, message is what does the author want you to learn or to find out after reading their writing? A. Even if you have a little, it's good to share. B. Even if you're a cat, you shouldn't beg in the streets. C. No one, not even a cat, should beg in a store. Or D. Not even cats should beg around a hot dog stand. What do you think the message was? What was the author trying to teach us or get us to learn? Jada? You think it's A. Even if you have a little, it's good to share. And what part of the story do you think shows us that? What part of the story shows us that even if you only have a little bit, you should share, Jada? Okay, so here at the end, the man in a wheelchair asks Felix if he would like some of his hand sandwich. He breaks off part of his sandwich. And how do we know this man only has a little, Jada? How do you know he doesn't have much? What do they tell us about him? What does it say about this man? Who can help Jada out? Okay. Who can help Jada out? What does it tell us about this man who shares his sandwich with Felix? What do we know about him? What do we know about this man who shared with Felix? Because Felix went up to two other people. The guy in the grocery store just used the broom and pushed him away. The guy in the suit shook his leg and told him to get out of here. But the third man is the one who shared with him. What do we know about this man? Violet, what do we know about this man?
He's in a wheelchair.
He's in a wheelchair. What does that mean?
Like he's disabled.
That he's disabled. Because people don't just hang out in wheelchairs, right? Yeah. What else do we know? Jadine? One of his legs is gone. You're right. One of his legs is gone. How do we know that? Maybe deployed, but how do we know his leg is gone? What do they tell us that, I guess, gives us proof that shows us that his leg isn't there? It's okay. Okay, he only has one shoe on, and it says that one pant leg is folded up to where his knee should be. So if he's only wearing one shoe and one of his pant legs is all rolled up, it's because the other leg isn't there. He's missing his other leg. Which is probably why he needs that wheelchair. Like Violet said, that's probably why he's disabled. Jaylene?
He's a veteran.
He's a veteran. How do I know that?
Because
On his hat, it said that he was a veteran. So, this man, like Violet said, is disabled. Can't really walk around. He's got one leg. But he's the first one to share with the cat. The person who owns the store has a store full of food, but doesn't share. The person in a suit, if the person's walking around wearing a suit, do you think that they have a lot of money? Probably if they're walking around in a suit, right? But he didn't help Felix out either. He was buying a hot dog, so we know he's got enough money to buy food, but doesn't give it to Felix. But the man in the wheelchair is the only one that actually helped him. So yeah, that one shows that even if you only have a little, it's a good thing to share with people. Well, in this case with cats. Question 4. Why does the author include the text in section 4 of the drama? Why does the author include the text in section 4 of the drama? So this part right here, the part we were actually just looking at. A man in a wheelchair wears a camo shirt and a hat that says Proud Veteran. One leg is much shorter than the other. The man's pant leg is folded under where his knee should be. He wears only one shoe. He wears a beard and has a twinkling blue eyes and a smile on his face. Jadine, why do you think the author put that into the story? Okay, why do you think they want to give us more details about that man? Okay, that's not a bad guess. That's not a bad idea. They want to give us more details about this man. We want to be able to picture in our heads what he looks like. Why is it important that we know what he looks like? Because the man in the suit, they didn't really describe very well. The man in the store, they didn't really describe very well. But this man is the only man they described. Why is it important that we need to be able to picture what this man looks like? I don't disagree with you, but who can help JD now? Why does he want this man to stand out? Why does the author want us to pay attention to this man? Because our main character is Felix, but you're right, JD. I think the author wanted this man to stand out. Why does the author want this man to stand out? Violet? Okay. And why is it, I guess, special or important, like Jaden was saying? Why is it special or why is it important that he's the one that helped the cat? What makes them.
Because none of them helped Felix, and he was a really nice one enough to help.
And Violet, did he have a lot of things? Like, did he have a bunch of food?
No.
No, he only had the one sandwich, right? Because he gave Felix a piece of his. But the store owner, again, has a store full of food. The man in the suit can probably buy more hot dogs. But this man doesn't have anything extra, but gives Felix some of what he had. And you're right, he's the only one that was nice enough to help. So I do like how Jadine started her answer. He wants the man to stand out. Stand out because he was the only one who helped. So not because he was the main character, because Felix is our main character, but he's a very important character. Because out of 3 people, he's the only one who actually went and helped Felix, who wanted to share with him or wanted to feed him, even though all of them could have. Yes, Jaylene. Oh, okay. So let's go ahead and put our answers in, and then we'll work on the next page.